Hey guys, and welcome to the Bayern View. Hope you guys are all doing well. The main man is back. Fahad is back. We got him back on a fan cam. Of course, Bayern Munich are the champions today, as you can see here. I am still, to be honest, I'm actually surprised I got my voice from screaming at the TV. But either way, Fahad, take it away, man.
I know today's matchup was an absolutely exhilarating one. I mean, every single game, even outside of the title race, was absolutely it's it's something that you cannot describe with words simply put. I mean, from Bayer Leverkusen losing 3-0 to Hoffenheim, if I'm not mistaken, to Dortmund somehow bottling the league, to us managing to inevitably steal the title, as we always have done for the past 11 years now, 11 seasons. I mean, it was absolutely exhilarating. And if I'm being honest here, our team realistically shouldn't have won the league, unfortunately. And the sacking of Khan and Salah Hamidic shows that this team really does need rebuilding. However, the fact that Bayern still managed to somehow pull through is a testament to how we're always a club of passionate fans, of passionate players, and how we're especially a club that pulls through even in the hardest of times. I feel like definitely that was shown today, and especially the passion of our players with that Musiala goal in the last minute of the game. The fact of the matter is that Bayern Munich are a club that never give up, no matter the hardships, the circumstances, whether we are 2 to 3 to 4 nil down. We will never give up and we will always, throughout the match, keep on fighting to get at least a decent scoreline. And in that case, for us, 2 hours standard, a winning scoreline. And we managed to do that today happily. And especially with the way we performed today, I am absolutely proud of the team in terms of how they managed to, even though at the beginning conceding that penalty was not the best performance. However, at the end of the day, we still managed to pull through. At the very last minute, Jamal Musiala, an outside of the box screamer, and with that, well, what better way to win the league than Jamal Musiala scoring a last minute goal away while Dortmund tying to Mainz at home? And honestly, like I said, I cannot describe what I was feeling at that time in words. I'm honestly surprised as well. I still do have my voice from how much I screamed at the television, honestly.
100%.
Amazing performances, of course, by our youngsters and Jamal Musiala. 10 also managed to put in a good performance, I felt, in the last 9 minutes of the game. Gnabry also providing an assist, an important assist, probably the most important assist this season, actually winning us the league. And another thing, and honestly, although the fact that today should be for celebration, I think another topic needs to be talked about in terms of how Khan and Salih Hamidžić were sacked today. I think that it was, if possible, it would have been better for the Bayern board to sack possibly a few days after the winning result that we had today. I mean, it would have been more, let's say, it would have been more, no, it would have been better for a
Yeah,
back to a better
I know what you mean.
to,
Yeah.
to the win. It's not very nice. It's not very good to have your main club leadership sacked at the same day you win the league. However, all the same, I felt like it was something necessary. The Bayern board definitely were making a couple of mistakes in terms of the sacking of Nagelsmann as well as the signing of players. And I feel like that hopefully knowing this club, knowing their expertise and their choice of managers and administrative staff, that we will be able to find a reliable, smart investing replacement for the club administration. I really do feel that.
Yeah.
And on a better topic, I feel again us winning the league. I honestly do feel like it's almost a birthright for this club to win the league at this point. It's like how Real Madrid have that birthright to win the Champions League almost every single season. Even though we didn't have I won't say a terrible team. Bayern have had worse teams in the past. However, we didn't exactly have our best team this year. Mane wasn't a good signing this season at all. However, a good signing was Delict. I mean, to reflect
Yes.
upon his performances over the last couple match days of the season and the season throughout, he is one of Europe's best defenders, I feel now, and he was an amazing replacement in the meantime for Lucas Hernandez, who was out injured for unfortunately a majority of the season. And honestly, in terms of that, that's a good example of when this club did transfers correctly in the signing of players such as Matthias Sell, such as Delict, and in the previous season, the signing of Jamal Musiala, all of which have been great signings so far. And I feel like these players really are the ones who pulled through and managed to get us this title, the youngsters of this club, including the fact that, simply put, Bayern in the past seasons have really relied upon long-standing, strong team captains, if you'd suppose, players such as Muller, Lewandowski, seasoned players who have played through a multitude of seasons with the club and who have always put in good performances. However, I feel like the fact that we're more and more scouting youngsters, especially taking players from our academy, is a good sign for the future
Yeah.
and is a testament to really how this club invests in the future and how it's important for us to not only develop our youngsters, no, sorry, to not only get good transfers in the transfer market, however, to also develop our youngsters, to allow for better seasons in the future where we don't have to rely as much on transfers we bring in.
Yeah, 100%. 100%, yeah. I agree with you, 100%.
Yeah, and in terms of the actual match today, the match we played against Köln, I think honestly, Cole put in an amazing performance for what it's worth. They really did show that they weren't going to just lie down and let us win over them. They really
Yeah.
did put in a performance, I feel. To my knowledge, for the first half, they had more shots than we did, if I'm not mistaken, the Cole attack. But honestly, the way we progressed the ball, especially after that penalty was scored, the way we progressed the ball, where we constantly attacked, that was the true Bayern attack today. That's the attack that unfortunately we haven't seen as much of in the previous match days of the season. And I feel like honestly Tuchel here, if I could talk about him,
Yeah,
has to be thanking his lucky stars, the fact that he did not lose this league. I mean,
100%.
honestly, Tuchel, as a manager this season, unfortunately, he hasn't exactly been the best. Nagelsmann has assuredly been a better manager than him so far. Although, in his defense, he did come in the middle of the season with a Bayern squad suffering from injuries as well as underperformances in the past couple of match days. I feel like we will truly see whether Tuchel is a good manager or not in the coming season, where he's given more time, he's given players in the summer transfer window, where he's given an opportunity to develop youngsters. I feel that's when we will see if he's truly on the Bayern level of manager, whether he can help us in the future.
Yeah.
And although something I would also like to talk upon is simply Jamal Musiala. I mean, Jamal Musiala, in of himself, I feel like is the true Muller replacement that this club has been yearning for so long. He is a midfielder who can play as a defensive midfielder, a central attacking midfielder, and he can play on the left wing altogether. He's an absolutely amazing player that I feel like we should thank. We should honestly consider ourselves lucky to have gotten such a young player for the price that we did get him for, 300,000, if I'm not mistaken, from Chelsea while he was a youngster. And honestly, he is an absolutely extraordinary player. To my knowledge, he's one of the players who has one of the most goals and assists, G and slash A
Yeah.
tallies in the league, to my knowledge. And for a youngster at the age of 19 to put in that kind of performance this season, I wouldn't say guarantees him a starting role. However, if Muller wasn't at the club, if such a seasoned player wasn't available, in any team in Europe, he would have started. He would start for clubs like Real Madrid. He would start for clubs like Manchester City. And I feel like the Bayern board should really make sure that this player does stay with us in the upcoming seasons because he's a practically homegrown player. The fact that he's really developed himself at this club is important, that he can stay with this club and help us in future seasons.
100%, mate. Yeah. I agree with you,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah. And well, I would just like to name my man of the match today.
Yep.
I think honestly the man of the match for today I would consider to be, well, there were a number of good performances, but honestly, I have to give it to Jamal Musiala. I mean, when he was subbed on, he really did. Was he subbed on or did he start? I honestly cannot remember.
Sub done. Yeah.
Subbed on. When he was subbed on, he honestly put in an amazing performance, scoring us that last minute banger of a goal, might I add, in the 89th minute, outside the box shot. I mean, how many youngsters in Europe can do that in the last 9 minutes of a game? Honestly, yeah, that just shows his work. And honestly, I would give him the man of the match. To my knowledge, he was given man of the match by the Bundesliga, was he not? Or was that Coman who
I
was?
I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I would have to go and check on that. But
Yeah.
honestly, in my eyes, and I feel like in the eyes of a lot of Bayern fans, he really does deserve man of the match.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, and
100%.
I also, if I could note a couple of other good players, Sommer puts in a very good performance considering the amount of shots that were thrown at him. Coman scoring that first goal, a wonderful goal, might I add, in the beginning minutes of the game. Absolutely wonderful. Sane, although with an offside, well, not with an offside goal, pardon, it was a handball, unfortunately. He did score and he did put in a decent performance, getting an assist for that Coman goal. And Gnabry also, you have to say, an important assist in the dying moments, pardon, of the game, who is probably the most important assist in this whole season, the one Gnabry provided to Jamal Musiala. He also puts in a very good performance, I do feel.
100%. 100%, mate. Thank you for coming on, mate, as always. And yeah, guys, if you have enjoyed, smash the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. And yeah, man, till then, see you on the next one. Mia Samia, peace out.